Hey guys, welcome back. Another week. Got some beautiful sun. Just try not to blind you in the sun, but things are melting. Things are getting muddy. And I'm heading out to do more firewood. As you'll probably notice, I'm going a different direction this time. They try to do this without falling on my rear. But I'm gonna go down by the shed and kind of show you the pile we got down here that I'm gonna work on today. At least run through the batteries, run through all three of my batteries for the battery chainsaw. Get that far, but it's about 30 some degrees, I think. We'll kind of take a walk around. Everything's melting. I got puddles and ponds little ponds everywhere, but it is what it is. It's that time of year. Things were all dried out. This has really gotten sloppy now. This was all dried out. I mean, I had it graded and of course rutted it when I plowed because it was still soft when I plowed. But this is pretty good because this was existing. None of this was disturbed. Where that in the middle here, you can see where it's all muddy. We trenched that because what was happening is the snow would melt and it would it'd run right into the shed. We still have, all the snow from that end of the shed runs in. So that's why I try to push all my snowbanks back. This big pile here, that's gonna melt and run that way, but some of it comes across the front, but we just trenched this a little bit, or at least gave a little bit of a valley to get it to drain over that way. And unfortunately it's draining right next to the truck. So the truck's gonna be a little bit fun to get out of there this spring, but we'll wait till things dry up. And then there's Shadow. You don't care. But I started out here the other day when I was cutting in the last video. At least get enough for the house, but started working on this. But this is all, there's stuff down. I got some birch I'm going to cut up. I might actually work on that today. But you can see these piles here. There's a bunch of trees in here that we're going to clear out. So this is all stuff we dropped last year or the year before that we're going to get all cut up and use for firewood. There's some in this area here, and then on the other side of that tree there's some laying on the ground over there. So I'm not going to film much of this because like I said, you guys see this all the time. But that's what I'm going to be working on today for a while to run on batteries, and then I'm not sure what I'm going to do after that. But in any case, I'll bring you along with that. Alright guys, that's it for today. I'll kind of show you what I got here. So this is all just stockpile waiting to go up. This has all been cut and split. But as you can see, it's wet and muddy. So I'm going to wait till morning when the ground is froze to try to get this up to the woodshed. And then I have two more piles here that are, about 3 feet high, I guess. But there's two piles of cut and split ready to go. So that's just it. I just staged everything. Had I thought ahead, I would have grabbed the wagon this morning or the trailer and brought the trailer down and just sat that here and just threw wood in that. But we got enough to. I mean, this is pretty green stuff. It hasn't really dried at all, cured. I mean, it's just cut and split. But I still got a lot of brush. I got more logs in there, and this whole pile. This is about 5 feet tall of brush we're gonna have to burn. But there's still some logs here that are frozen in that I can't get, and there's at least a dozen logs in this pile yet. Plus, over on the other side of that tree, there's a few more big logs. Those I'm kind of waiting because I'm thinking I'm going to use them for lumber if it works out. But that's going to be it for today, and we'll be back tomorrow, finishing putting the wood away. Good morning. We are back. And as you can see, the loader's been moved. Here, I'll flip the camera around here. But the loader's been unloaded already. I took a load up with the pickup because I brought fuel down for the loader. And got all this stuff put away, and I brought the trailer down because I figured at this point I got enough wood in the woodshed to probably, hopefully, knock on wood, last for the majority of the rest of the winter season. And there's Shadow, bringing a big stick. Somebody wants to play fetch, I guess. Bring. Shadow, bring. You gotta go the most difficult way. Give me a stick. Give me a stick. Ready? 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 He'll do this all day long if I let him. And until it gets muddy, then he doesn't want to deal with the mud. And then he goes back up to the house. Okay, you ready? One more time, then I gotta get back to work. So I'm gonna go in and get some breakfast. It's probably about, I don't know, 9 o'clock, 9:30 in the morning. But I wanted to get everything moved around and everything before the ground thawed out for the day. It's froze right now on the surface, so I was able to move around without rutting things up. But so gonna work on that today. Shout out, you're like stepping on my feet. But I'll kind of film a little bit of that. If we do something different, I'll film that as well. Right now for the spring, while the weather is nice, we're gonna just try to focus on restocking the firewood with what we have down, so that we got a head start. I don't want to do it again in the fall and be having it not cured at all before winter like this year. The stuff we were burning at the end was pretty wet, pretty green yet. So, but I don't want it. So we're gonna do that. That's our plan for this spring, is to just get that woodshed filled first when we can, and then when we can't, we'll be working on other projects. So we'll see what we do today. Otherwise, I'll keep you posted. Well, here's an update. Let me show you what I got left. Actually, you can see the pile behind me. Turn the camera around. But it's not quite half full trailer. I mean, this, I think I figured 3 trailer loads fill a bay. So, but I'm gonna just keep working on plugging away at this and just fill it up. But I got kind of a large pile of brush here that's gonna have to be eliminated. And I got a pretty good dent in this stuff. And as you can see, there's quite a few logs here, and there's still at least a dozen or more logs in this pile that I haven't even touched yet. But it's just time consuming, plugging away. Delimbing takes the longest time. If I didn't have to delimb them, you know, it'd be fast. But because we got to cut all the little branches off and everything, it just takes a lot longer to clean it up and get everything clear. Plus, you know, stumbling over all this stuff, it's froze to the ground, so I can't get it out. I could cut it down, but at that point, you know, I'm standing, well, you can see there's water right there. That's all water, you know, and there's standing water everywhere. But I'm out of batteries for today, and I think that's going to be it for today with doing wood. I'll see if I have any gumption left to work on anything in the house or around the house today, but if I do, I'll bring you along. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, guys, I thought I'd show you where we're at with the snow. It is pretty much almost gone. It's pretty much melted. There ain't much left, but that is the most water we've had in the pond so far. So it's probably about, I don't know, I would say about 3 feet less than where I thought would like it to be. I mean, that's kind of where I wouldn't mind it being all year round. Enough that we could get around it yet, but I know this will drain out. But that's pretty cool to see that it's filled up, just because we had rain the last 2 days, and then all the snow melt on top of it. That's filled that up. I'm expecting it's going to drain down. Some sediment will fill in some of the things, but it's still got some gravel in there that's, I think, sucking all the water out or letting the water filter out. So, but yeah, I thought I'd do a pond update. Show you guys where we're at for the spring. That's just cool to see. I'm happy to see water in there. I also wanted to update too. Jody spent some time and got the shelves all painted. Everything's ready to go. So we can actually start using this and storing stuff in it. And like I said, we'll put cabinet fronts on it later. But at least we got some utility space and space for our towels and stuff that we would just kind of scattered around the house. But yeah, so this is cool to get this done too. Hey guys, that's going to be it for this week's video. We're getting this out a little day late, but so apologize for that. But we'll see what we get done next video, and thanks for hanging out with us and watching. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and share and help give our channel a like and help us grow this channel for us. Appreciate it. See you next week.